Now then, let's do a few little checks on the audio and then we'll get going. So we're going to be doing some curious news. Not done any for a while. How you all doing, everybody? I've had this bloody head cold, so still not right. Getting over it. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to yawn a lot, so I'm going to keep this to an hour. Get through as many stories as we can. And then we'll take it from there. Right then, how are we all doing? We've got 9 people here. So thank you to those of you that have made it. We've got Amethyst, we've got Glasgow Dave, right, Dive. We got Space Cat Jenna, Little Miss Sunshine. YouTube Hubby, thank you for the super duper chat. We've got Mara. There's more than 9 people chatting. I don't know. Honestly, they mess around with this channel so much. 19, okay. Jenna's here, Amethyst. Thank you to our lovely members, Brum Vixen. Yeah, get in there. I know you've been really poorly as well. I think we're just falling apart. I think it's the arthritis as well. It gets to me in this weather. Hi, Carlos. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, everybody. How are we all doing? So we're going to be looking at some weird news. But first of all, hi, Yvonne. How is my audio? Let's have a listen back. So we're going to be looking at some weird news. But first of all, sounds okay. Getting old. Exactly. Hi, Unity Corn. How you doing? Mara, honestly, it's going around. Can't stop yawning. It's not really good, is it? Okay, now I'm on the bus loudspeaker, so everyone can hear this then. Hello, bus people. Subscribe to the Curious Bunny on YouTube. Big up. Terry Knowles Band again is here. How you doing, my friend? And we got Jules. And we got Space Cat has been a member for 8 months. That's amazeballs. Thank you for being here. Right then. On the Penny Bunny, I've got a video coming up as well, which I haven't put together yet, but there will be one out either tonight or tomorrow. Just to give you a heads up, I won't talk about that now. So we're going to get some weird news. We've not done one of these for a while, and there has been quite a few bus wankers. Hi, Belinda, darling. How you doing? Oh, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, darling. I know you sounds tickety-boo, says Lee. Hello, Lee. How you doing? Yeah, Andrew, I thought for a long time they're going to bump him off and say that he's unalived himself. Yeah, Virginia's book. I genuinely believe that Virginia was either A, bumped off, or B, faked her own death with help. And I'm erring towards B. I hope to God it is B, because at least she's not dead. Because she said that people were after her. So surely that would make more sense to do that, because then at least you're not going to die, are you? I know. Pretend to be dead. I know it's cruel and everything to people, but anyway, so we've got some bizarre news stories. Now, we haven't done one for a while, so there'll be some more recent ones and some a little bit further back. But I just wanted to start with this story about the paranormal investigator that's sadly passed away. This is really bizarre. This is really, really freaky. I just wanted to add as well, I've watched The Conjuring Last Rites. I think it was last week. And it was good. It was good. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't the best I've ever seen. Hi, Kim. Yeah, I think he does as well. She was deleted. I don't know, you know. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. How you doing, Kim? So we thought we'd do some curious news because it's all a bit weird or a bit bizarre, a bit unusual. Sometimes it's a bit silly and a bit funny. So we just get away from politics and all that stuff. I think he owns it, doesn't he? He's got the lease on it for the next 72 years. Anyway, now, I don't know if you guys heard about this dude. He passed away and he was investigating the Conjuring, you know, the Conjuring movie, The Last Rites. Well, you know, I'm presuming everyone knows what the Annabelle doll is. All right. So this is really, really weird, right? Is it going to let me watch this without having to sign in? Hopefully it will. So you know these ghost hunter programs? Do you know which ones I'm talking about? Now, this guy, Right, let me just get up a different story. Just bear with me, because that's the next one I wanted to get up. This guy passed away whilst he was investigating the actual doll, the Conjuring doll. So for those of you who don't know, if you've watched the Conjuring movies, they're from the same universe as, I think it's not Insidious, is it? But they're all from the same directors. Anyway, there's a spooky doll called Annabelle. Now, it's all true, okay? Like, this is all based, I'm not saying that every little part of it's true, but there was really a couple. I think it was the Warren couple. Was it the Warren? Someone will help me out here. Was it Ed? I can't remember now, but I watched the film last week, and I've watched them all. I've watched all the Conjuring movies. Ed and Lorraine. That was it. Now, they were a real paranormal investigating couple, and their daughter's still actually alive now, and their husband's still doing it. But anyway, now they investigated the Amityville house. They came over to Enfield. Remember the Enfield poltergeist? They've done a lot of all over the place, mostly in America, and they actually really did have, or the daughter still has, a locked room with all these haunted pieces. All the Conjuring movies are based on their investigations. Now, the Annabelle doll was one of the most popular, and it was apparently, or is still apparently, possessed by a demon. And there's spin-off movies, the Annabelle, there's two of them, I think, with this doll. Now, it was all based on a true story. Now, this guy, his name is Dan Rivera. He's a paranormal investigator. Well, he was 54 years old. Ed and Lorraine, yeah. So my fridge is haunted. Every time I open my fridge, a light comes on. That's amazing. Okay, Brum Vixen. That's so spooky, isn't it? So this is the first story I want to get to. We've also got some UFO type stuff tonight as well. So he was an army veteran, and he was on tour in Gettysburg. Was on tour. He was on tour, as in doing talks, and he had the Annabelle doll with him, right? And he was found dead in a hotel room on July the 13th. Let me just see what day that fell on. It was a Sunday. I'm just making sure it wasn't a Friday, because that would be even more bizarre, wouldn't it, really? So he was found dead in his hotel room. Now, he was one of the only a few people who were actually custodians of this doll, who were allowed to look after it. And he was literally doing investigations on these. Hang on, Dandelion. Hold on, love. I'll feed you in a minute, lovely. And he was actually investigating all the paranormal stuff around this doll and around the Gettysburg, and many of you will know what that is, where the soldiers, there's ghosts of soldiers, and they've been witnessed. And it apparently was found dead in his hotel room, 54 years old. Now, his cause of death has only just been released recently, and it comes out that he died of natural, some of you may disagree with the natural, if he's had the jibby jab, I don't know whether he has, but let's just take that out of it for a moment. A cardiac-related event, and stated that the Annabelle doll was not present in the room at the time of passing. Now, that's what the coroner said, but he was on tour with the Annabelle doll. Thank you, Alan Edge, my YouTube husband. Now, the context. Online speculation has followed the unexpected death. He was participating in a travelling exhibition with the Annabelle doll, and he's thought to be possessed by a demonic entity, and inspired the first movie, plus many spin-offs. He doesn't look 54, does he? Here he is here. There he is. And he literally goes around investigating spooky stuff. This picture was from an Instagram, 2023. And the coroner's come out and said that he died of a heart attack. Now, many people have been going around saying that, was this guy possessed? Did the ghost kill him? He was the lead investigator for the New England Society for Psychic Research, and he'd been in Pennsylvania for the sold-out Devils on the Run tour with the Annabelle doll. The Annabelle doll was on display. The doll is usually housed at the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, which was founded by paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren in the 1950s. So there really is the doll. It's not fake. It exists. How scary is that? So someone called Harrison Jones, a journalist, said that he was there the day before, and he said he was kind and very welcoming, along with other investigators. Wade Kirby, he spoke to the group about Annabelle's history. And apparently I'm going to do a bit of a deeper dive on this Annabelle doll, because I think it's worth doing an actual show on it to see what else has happened. If there's been other deaths around this doll, if other people had, really random heart attacks. It's really freaky, isn't it? To just find him dead whilst he's on tour with this doll. So apparently the family have obviously absolutely devastated, as you can imagine. It's even hard to see right now the post blaming the death on things like the Annabelle doll. Now, the thing is, I can understand they're saying they shouldn't blame that, but people are gonna question what the hell is, what's going on. 54-year-olds don't just die of a heart attack, do they? They don't just drop dead. Unless, obviously, there's the other thing, which I just mentioned briefly, that it could be related to that. But my point is, if let's just take that out of it, has there been other deaths around this doll? And if that's the case, then this doll should never leave the museum where the Warrens created it. They had it in their basement for many years. So, I don't know. What do you think? Could the doll... Hello, Mr. Steve. How you doing? Do you think that this could have happened? Could a doll have actually killed someone? I think this is worth a deeper dive. Hi, Candice. How you doing? Robert doll. I've not heard of that. Or have I? Who? Sorry. Who? I've only just come back into chat. So I thought, Hi English Buttercup, I think that was worth mentioning as well, because that's really freaked me out, to be honest. Really has. Right then, so we've got some other things coming out. There's a lot of talk at the moment of UFOs. Now, apparently, official CIA documents have reported that a UFO turned, this is a bit mad, a UFO turned a Soviet infantry unit to stone. This is another report that's coming out, and this one's actually backed by official paperwork. So we're going to have a quick look at this. There's more and more coming out now. Yantra, what's that say? Yantra Mandela. UFOs. Hello, welcome. Yeah, the thing is with that Annabelle, I don't know how. I don't know if you could burn it. I just don't know. I would say that the Warrens did the right thing by locking it up and, just keeping it in one place. Hello, G-Dog. So this story here, let's see if you can see this article. Yeah, you can, right? I've actually got the official CIA document as well here. So we jump about on different things. It's the curious news. It's all very random. But remember when the release of the UFOs documents went viral in this year in spring? Now, someone has, obviously, there's too much to go through. I haven't even started on it yet. But this is a really interesting one that someone's found. And it's UFO hype reached a fever pitch in spring 2025. As many of you know, it was everywhere, wasn't it? Now, this one story has received a lot of attention. A story reprinted in it was reprinted in the Ukrainian newspaper It alleged that the American intelligence community received a 250-page file from the KGB's archive after the fall of the Soviet Union. That file was said to have contained documentary evidence, including photos of an attack on a Soviet infantry unit in Serbia. The KGB documents supposedly report that the unit was conducting a regular training exercise when a quite low-flying spaceship in the shape of a saucer appeared above. No one really knows what it was. One of the soldiers fired a surface-to-air missile at the craft. The UFO crash-landed not far away, and 5 short humanoids with large heads and black eyes emerged from the downed vessel. The file says that 2 surviving Red Army soldiers reported that the aliens merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape. The shape began to buzz and hiss, and then turned a brilliant white, growing bigger and bigger before it exploded into a bright white light. Instantly, 23 soldiers had been turned into stone poles. The 2 soldiers had been standing behind trees, which they believe helped them survive. What the hell? There's a little video here. Let's have a look at this. I don't know if it'll play. It's quite an old one. It's really bizarre, you know? And this is all in these files, in these CIA files. Let's see if this will play. Will it?
Brace yourselves, because what we are about to tell you might sound like science fiction. A question that's been doing the rounds for the longest time. Do aliens exist? And a Cold War era incident might have just added another layer to that big question. According to a formerly classified document, originally made public in 2000, but recently resurfacing, a bizarre and deadly encounter allegedly unfolded somewhere in the Soviet Union around 1989 or 1990. The document, believed to be based on a 250-page KGB file obtained after the USSR's collapse, outlines a chain of events that reads more like a sci-fi movie script or a novel than a military report. It all started with 25 Soviet troops on a routine training mission near a military base near present-day Ukraine or Siberia. And that's when the soldiers reportedly spotted a quiet saucer-shaped craft hovering at low altitude. One of them fired a surface-to-surface missile directly striking the mysterious object and bringing it plummeting to the ground. But what followed was anything but ordinary. 5 short humanoid creatures reportedly exited the craft. You heard that right. According to the CIA document, they had oversized heads, large black eyes, moved with unsettling speed, and later merged into a single spherical-shaped glowing object. And then the unimaginable happened. The object unleashed a blinding burst of light, and within seconds, 23 soldiers were turned to stone, literally stone. 2 troops managed to survive only because they were standing in the shadow of a nearby structure. According to the memo, the KGB wasted no time. They allegedly collected the bodies and the alien wreckage and transported everything to a top-secret facility outside Moscow. As for the weapon that caused this, it was described as something far beyond what modern science could possibly understand, let alone replicate. Fast forward to the Trump administration. During his 2024 campaign, in fact, he dismissed the idea of aliens outright. But once elected, he signed an executive order mandating the release of all federal files related to extraterrestrial activity. Trump said Americans deserved to know the truth and deserved to know if a decades-long cover-up had actually taken place. The memo at the heart of all this, it's been circulating online for over a year now and igniting a heated debate. Was this an actual alien attack or just a brilliant piece of Cold War propaganda designed to scare the West? We may never know. Regardless, the mystery of extraterrestrial life just got a lot stranger. To stay up to speed.
Interesting, isn't it? So that document is up here somewhere. Let me just grab it. Right, why isn't it working? There we go. Yeah, a good point actually. Was it a case of, they're trying to scare the West by coming out with this stuff? But it was classified at the time. And you would think that if it was to scare them, why not release it straight? They didn't release it straight away, you see. But now it has been released. I think it was in 2020 it got released. This is the actual document here. I'm just going to pop this in the chat if anybody wants to go and read it themselves. This is a copy of the actual document from the KGB. And yeah, it's all here. Look, country, Russia, paper reports, evidence of a mishap involving UFO, Kiev, Hollows, Ukraine. Yeah, Serbia. It's all different then, wasn't it? The USSR. I don't think Ukraine was actually classed as Ukraine. But yeah, it's all here. Military unit in Serbia. The 250-page file. Now, I've only got one excerpt. But yeah, KGB, a quite low-flying spaceship. It said it was conducting, for unknown reasons, somebody unexpectedly launched. Why would you do that though? Somebody unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile. It hit the UFO. It fell to Earth not far away. 5 short humanoids with large heads came out. It's absolutely bonkers, this. Now, the remains of the UFO and the petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institution near Moscow. Specialists assume that a source of energy that is still unknown to Earthlings instantly changed the structure of the soldiers' living organisms, having transformed into a substance whose molecular composition is no different from that of limestone. A CIA representative stated, if the KGB file corresponds to reality, this is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that go beyond all of our assumptions. It means that they can stand up for themselves if attacked. So, there you go. How bizarre, how bizarre. Yeah, approved for release May 2000. So that was actually released before, but nobody really paid attention to it until now for some reason. So there you go. Anyway, how are we all doing? We all okay? Do we believe that? I just don't know what to think anymore. I think it may have been real. There were some sightings during the Korean War too, says Jenna. What are people saying in chat? That's just my link. Foo Fighters in World War II. Yantra Mandela says demons are good beings, just like aliens are good beings. It's the gods who are false and evil, and the people who worship those false beings. It is crazy shit, Amethyst. Limestone is primary made up of calcium carbonate, usually in the forms of the minerals calcite or argonite, says English Buttercup. Interesting. So I thought that was one that was worth bringing to you as well. Like I say, I'm just going through all these different stories that I've come across. What else have we had? Video of a US missile has been fired at a mystery orb as well. So let's get this up. I've just been going around just grabbing some weird stuff for us to look at, because we like our weird stuff, don't we? So there's a lot coming out this year because of the Trump thing. The Trump released a lot of stuff. So there's a video as well. I like it when they've got a video. So a clip showing what appeared to be a missile being launched at an orb in the Yemen was shown for the first time during a congressional hearing on unidentified phenomenon. identified anomalous, I can't say that, phenomenal. In the air, the sightings of these phenomena were commonly referred to as UFOs. While being questioned, UAP journalist George Knapp said that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and bouncing right off, and it kept going. So let's have a look at this video. So this is they've actually got a video of this. Don't sue me, BBC.
This was taken October 30th of 2024.
It's not yours, it's everyone's.
This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile.
And
I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does.
What? What?
This is when it zoomed out. So you can still see it traveling.
What the?
Mr. Knapp, have you heard about events like
Let's just
this?
say that again. Now, you know them things that I keep on seeing, right? These things in the sky, that's what they look like. And I've still got loads of recordings of that. I say hello to Free Speech. I was just thinking about you today. I'm sorting that stuff out for you as well, what we spoke about, which is what I was doing last night. So that should be with you soon. Yeah, I want to watch that again. So this was in a hearing. I think it was October. Where are we now? We're October, September time. Yeah, I want to watch this again because this blew my mind. Okay. Now, if you look, right, sorry, it was taken last year, but it's recently been released. Now, the missiles that they've shot out nothing would continue flying after that, would it really? This thing just breaks up and then carries on.
October 30th
again.
of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile, and I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does.
Oh no, we're buffering. What's going on? No! Anybody else buffering? It's my internet. Fuck. And then, right. What was that big explosion then? Anyone know?
This is when it zoomed out. So you can still see it traveling.
So that little piece was left, and then little piece
Mr.
left.
Knapp, have you heard about events like this occurring? And what information might you have?
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff.
Wow. Mantra, don't worry. You'll get one soon. Come back a couple of times and you'll get one. I've known Vertec for years and years and years, but he's just not been here for so long. I wipe them every now and again, that's all. So, yeah, what do you think of this? It's bloody weird. Become a regular and you'll get a wrench. That's just bizarre. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, no, we don't. Why is it showing us this? Showing us this jewel thing. That was just weird, though, wasn't it? That's a different thing there. But I just don't know what to make of that. I just think it's just bloody
October 30th.
weird. So, a congressional hearing. The head of the task force hosting the hearing said its purpose was to deliver, fuck off BBC, sorry, the government transparency to the American public. So I think that's a really interesting one. I'm going to drop the link in there as well. I don't know if you guys already have, but just in case, if I have, it doesn't matter. I'm going to drop it again. So you can go and watch that. What are people's thoughts on that? Hi, Linda. How you doing? You're very welcome, Yantra. Have you been before? You're very, very welcome here. How are we all doing? Yeah, everyone I've known for a long time. Lots of military footage. Where did you find me, sweetheart? Are you a dude or a bird? A dude or a bird? Are these military? No, they're not from this world. Do you know what? I just don't know. Like, I don't believe in like things flying from outer space. I think they probably come from underneath the ground or interdimensional. I don't know. Yeah, apparently it is kicking off in Ireland, but I'd have to go over to the other channel to cover that because I cover non-political, just random weird stuff over here. Even the fact they released this makes me ponder. That's the thing, you see. They can't win because they don't show us and we have a go at them. Then they do show us and then we say that, yeah, under the water. And then they do show us and then we're like, well, you're showing us, so it must be fake. You know, it's like, when you think about it, we're never really that happy, are we? So I thought that was bizarre. And another UFO story. This is weird. There's been a UFO spotted over Australia, and they're now saying it's been debunked as a Chinese rocket. But I'm not convinced, purely because when there's ever a UFO, they love that, don't they? They love saying it's a rocket or a spy plane or it's always going to be Chinese. See, if it really was a UFO, right? Let's just say this was a real UFO, okay? Just for shits and giggles, this was real. They're not going to tell you that it's real. They're going to always leave it open, or they're going to blame it on China or Russia, their favourite scapegoats. So I don't know what to make of this, but I've only watched this video once, so let's watch it here. So this was apparently in Australian skies, and they've now saying it was a Chinese rocket. So let's have a watch of the video and let me know what you think. Hit the like, guys, if you haven't already, if that's okay. Yeah, and just know it's not our technology. Oh, really, Vertec? Yeah, they love. It's like all them Chinese weather balloons. There's no way that was that. They were all different. Just Bolocks, isn't it?
What is that?
Right.
Teddy, what is
Right, turn the volume up and
not
start
even
this again.
joking.
Okay. So this was over China. I'm not sure when. Sorry, over Australia. Not sure when. I'll double check the date, but it was quite recently. So Brisbane. Okay. So they're now saying it's Chinese rocket, but they're going to say that, aren't they? They're not going to go. It's aliens, are they? But yeah, it's kicking off in Dublin. If I get a chance, I'll pop over to the other channel, but I probably won't. But it's really kicking off. But I just want to keep this channel separate from politics and stuff because we come here to escape all that and just look at unusual things that are actually becoming more usual now because the real world is actually more insane than some of this stuff, in my opinion. Anyway, here we go.
What is that? Teddy, what is that? I'm not
What
even
the-
joking. What is that?
What we're seeing is the aftermath of a rocket launch that
Oh,
happened in
BBC,
China
everything
about
now, watch.
40 minutes before this site was visible in our twilight evening sky here in southeast Queensland. When this was widely seen across our region, someone had posted a few hours earlier saying, so there's a couple of rocket launches this evening that might give us something to look at tonight, so keep your eyes peeled. One of those was this launch of this Long March 8A rocket
Oh, here
from
we
the
go.
Wencheng launch
Right.
facility in Hainan province in China. The rocket that launched had two stages. When this rocket launched, the first stage, which is a big rocket and the two little side rockets, took it up above the atmosphere. And when it was above southeast Queensland, that stage finished its job. So
Oh,
you get the two
right,
booster
whatever.
rockets falling away like this, the first stage falling away down here, and the second stage jetting off into space, getting higher into a higher orbit around the Earth. This kind of sighting of these glowing clouds in the sky after sunset linked to a rocket launch is getting more common. I'm seeing a lot of beautiful images coming out from the US quite
Who
regularly.
believes this guy? Just let me know if you believe him or not, because you know they are literally trying to. That to me is not a rocket. And do you remember those weird circles we were seeing a few months ago as well? I've got photos of them. Them weird, like blobby circle things that they seem to be
Launching its
popping up.
satellite constellation as well. And so while we haven't seen many of these
BBC will probably
satellites
strike me now.
before,
Well, not strike me, but they'll
we're
probably
gonna
just
see more in the
copyright me.
future. This will become
So I
more
can't.
common.
I have to cut that bit out. That's what they'll do, dickheads. Anyway, I don't know. I just think that's really weird. What do you guys think? Have you noticed how they've always got to fact check, haven't they? They've always got to fact check and come out with their, their nonsense. So we've got a little bit more on this story here. Let's just see when this was. Anyway, I hope you're all well. This is in July, apparently, right? Okay, so in July, everyone was going nuts about this UFO, but experts say that it was just a Chinese rocket as it passed over. It wasn't even moving. I don't know. I personally don't believe that that was just a Chinese rocket. I think there are rational explanations for the majority of weird things in the world, but I think that that's just a load of rubbish trying to divert us. What it was, I don't know. Do I believe that little green men are flying in from outer space? No. But I love you going down the rabbit hole, Penny. Well, thank you very much, my lovely. I appreciate that. And I love you all being here. Right, I just want to get a different hair clip. Hold on a sec, because that one's digging in me. We can't find it now. You can guarantee? No, of course not. Of course it's not there. Of course not. How could anything possibly be in the place that I want it to be? Oh, there it is. Right, I'm back. Apparently, yeah, some bloke's supposed to have been deported. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it because I just want to keep this over here. And a breaking news tonight is that Trump isn't going to be meeting Putin as well, apparently. What's the matter, G-Dog? You want to go out? We'll go out again soon. We have already been out, but we'll go out again soon. Hi, Nikki. How you doing, my love? Thank you, darling. Okay, so let's see what else we've got tonight. Have a little lie down. Wait for mummy. Good boy. Oh, the world's going insane. This is a really weird one, and it's in the Daily Star, so it must be real. But I think this is genuinely a real story. And like I've said to you before, like these stories on here, they're not always paranormal. They could just be a bit weird, a bit, unusual, like a mystery, like true crime where, the perpetrator hasn't been caught or there's something bizarre going on. Anything that tweaks my interest. This one is really weird. So let's just get this up now. This is about a mayor's husband. So I'm presuming it was a female mayor, or it could have been a man married to a man. Who knows? But the bin men. This is in Spain. This has come across it. It's just bizarre. Just thought I'd include it in tonight's show. You're all right, Georgie. It's just Daddy. It's okay. Bin men discover a crushed body of mayor's ex-husband. And we're meant to believe that there's nothing to see here, nothing suspicious. The horror find was made in Castellon, East Spain, with some reports suggesting that the man was placed in the bin alive before being crushed alive by accident. So you were just crushed alive by accident. I don't know, English Buttercup. I'm thinking maybe it's two men married. I don't know. So he was crushed by accident. I'm sorry, but how on earth can they say that this person, that there's nothing suspicious about being placed in a bin alive? So he's been put in that bin, emptied into the bin truck. Now, the chilling find was made early Sunday, this Sunday just gone. This is quite a new story. It's just really weird. So binmen have discovered the body of the ex-husband. It says mayor. Does that mean it was two men married? I don't know, because it's not a mayor. So the poor bin men discovered it whilst they were emptying the wheelie bins. Hang on a minute. If you were emptying the wheelie bin goes into the thing. So it wouldn't have been crushed yet, surely. Cops have launched an investigation with some local reports suggesting the victim was alive when placed in the bins, but crushed to death by accident when the bins were emptied. Hang on a minute. If they found him in the wheelie bin, then he wouldn't have been in the bin, would he? He'd be emptied into the truck. He'd be found in the truck. So why would somebody put a live person in a wheelie bin? It was confirmed the deceased was the ex-husband of Maria Tormo, so it was a female. 45-year-old name as a businessman, Vincent Dominguez, has been described as someone who was well known to the police. One respected daily newspaper suggested the death could have been a settling of scores relating to a drug dispute, although officials haven't backed this claim. So they're saying he was killed by accident, and there's rumours that it could be to do with a drug. I'm sorry, you don't put somebody alive in a bin without the intention of them being crushed to death. I'm sorry. They're continuing to investigate. The cause of death has not been officially revealed. What? It's being crushed by a bin. Spanish TV station has claimed this morning that investigators awoke on the theory that he was beaten and left alive but unconscious in the wheelie bin. That is horrific. And he was accidentally crushed by the refuge lorry's haulage system. What's that there? Right, okay. So this is really bizarre, isn't it? Another really strange one. Now, if that was in the UK, then it would 1,000,000% be there is nothing to see here. They entered the bin. Can you imagine the way they say that people enter the water? It would literally be entered the bin. We don't have any evidence at the moment because we don't know anything. We don't know anything. We literally, the discovery was only found 2 days ago. The post-mortem's been done, but they've not revealed the cause of death. Detectives are also looking at CCTV in the area. But apparently witnesses are saying that he was still alive but critically injured. So it sounds like either someone's beat him up, put him in the bin, and not knowing the bin men are going to come as a warning, or they've put him in the bin and knowing the bin men were going to come. It says here, last October, a 24-year-old woman tragically lost her life after accidentally falling unconscious in a rubbish bin whilst returning home from a night out in Spain. The student vanished following an evening of revelry. What's that mean with mates? Is that just going out and stuff? Detectives discovered skeletal remains at a waste disposal plant where a mobile was last active. Basically, don't go near wheelie bins in Spain, folks, because people are dropping like flies by the looks of it. What the hell? It's just bloody weird, isn't it? What's going on? What's going on here? Why? Oh, I don't know. I want to make my... That's it. Okay. Yeah, there's... When something doesn't make sense, there's a reason. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I thought so. Making merry. Oh, sorry, I was trying to stop that and it just wasn't gonna stop. What else have we got here? Hold on. Right, we've got Trump's not meeting. What's his face even now, by the way, apparently. Trump was going to meet Putin. That's fell apart now. That's not happening. Just thought I'd mention that. There's this one here about a British mom has bought a doll. I'm just going to get this article up for you. Also, would you like in the coming, where are we now? The 21st. So before Halloween, so I'd say a couple of days before, would you guys like me to do my annual horror movie recommendations and reviews? Is that you, Larry Weinberg, Skip Donahue? Larry's allotment vlogs. Is that you? Only me is going to say that. It's Larry Weinberg. Yes, it is. Changed your name. Yes. Yantra, I don't know if you've seen me. Did you answer me? Where did you find me, please? Have you been here before? Rubbish Night Out. This is Alan Edge, my YouTube husband. Linda's here as well. I love. How you doing? Absolutely bonkers. But yeah, so every single time I do every single Halloween, for as long as I can remember on this channel, I do a movie review. And I used to like to show like the trailer of each movie that I'm reviewing, but I keep getting, oh god, well, I can't stop yawning. It's because I'm not been very well, I'm guessing. Oh wow, a woman's died suddenly after a botched turkey liposuction leaves her in coma. Wow. I know somebody went last year to have their face done. They had their lips done, and they ended up in a coma with dying. And she actually pulled through, but she was there for 3 weeks. Honestly, guys, if you're thinking about going to Turkey because you want a cheap boob job or your lips doing or a facelift or your eyes or anything, it's cheap for a reason, folks. Just saying. Anyway, so yeah, the horror movie thing, if you guys are up for it, I'll do that because I've been scribed. I'm not usually. I haven't streamed for a while, to be honest. Oh, thank you. I've not watched that. I watched the first one. Yeah, Maggie Oliver's had hers done as well. They've all getting them done. No, says Candice. I love horror. Absolutely love horror. I have no idea, Amethyst. It's so bizarre. Why would anybody want to do that? I just don't know. They don't look any better, though. I don't know one person who's had the lips done or anything done that makes them look better. Well, I love horror, so I'm going to do it, and then people that like it can watch it. People that don't, it doesn't matter, does it? You just don't watch that one. So yeah, I'll be doing that because I absolutely love horror. I'll probably just go through a few that I've watched lately, and then I'll pick a few to review. But it's so frustrating that every time I show a clip, I don't care about them not monetizing me. I'll just turn the monetization on that particular stream. I'll just turn it off. Yeah. But they will end up cutting bits out. We'll see, right? I'll turn the monetization off, so you don't have to worry about that. And we could try and show, and I mean seconds, and see how we get on. So if you've got any suggestions and you're watching on the replay, big up the replay crew, give me suggestions in the comment section of movies that you would like reviewing. It's got to be horror movies. Now, if I haven't seen them, I will either A, try and watch it, or B, I'll tell you I ain't seen that. Oh, I can't stop yawning, so I'm just going to have a drink and see if that stops me from yawning. But there's not a lot of, I'm not just saying this, folks, there's not a lot of horror movies I haven't seen. And I'm being serious. I love horror. Let's see if that helps. I'm yawning. Okay. Now, the next story is a Brit mom. She buys the world's most haunted doll. Now, I would suggest that Annabelle was possibly the world's most haunted doll. But anyway, she says she's bought the world's most haunted doll with horrifying consequences. So let's have a look what this one's about. Let me just pop the link in there. Again, if you've got any suggestions of horrors that you really want reviewing, let me know either in the comments or in the chat. What's this comment from Yantra? Horror is officially the only genre that contains all other genres in most of its productions. Horror includes drama, action, suspense, comedy, and everything else. Horror is the ultimate movie genre. I agree. I do agree to a certain degree. You can have suspense, action, drama without horror. And you can have horror without those things as well. There is a lot of sub-genres you know, like you've got your comedy horror. I love comedy horrors, but yeah, I am a massive horror fan, honestly. And yeah, there's not many films I haven't seen. But if you want me to review one, I'll give you my honest review. Let me know, comments or in the live chat now, and I'll watch it if I haven't already seen it. So Candice Owen, Candice Owen, that's not her. Candice Collin claims she owns the UK's. So it's gone from the world's most haunted doll in here to the UK's. That sounds more like it. UK's most haunted doll, and she says that she's heard the terrifying toy speak to her 3-year-old son at night. She says, I can hear my little boy talking to someone. This story is literally from today. It's just come out. Oh, sorry, someone just messaged me. Oh my God, there's the doll, guys. There's the doll. Holy hell, there's the doll. That is that is so creepy. Oh yeah, and apparently there's a rumour that the crazy clown thing's back, but only in America at the moment. Some people have been caught on Ring camera, looking crazed with like masks and shit, knocking on doors and windows and trying doors. I was going to play it, but I thought, no, it'll scare you all. But yeah, it's really weird. Right, so how do I move? Oh, I don't know how you do this. How do I go across to the next one? Is that it there? Oh, bugger off. Can't be arsed with these ads. So the British mom from Cornwall bought what she's touted as the UK's most haunted doll. So the world's most haunted doll was just lies from the newspaper, even claiming the terrifying doll speaks to her 3-year-old son. So apparently she bought it in June 2023, and her life has taken a bizarre turn ever since. So, like I said, this is in today's newspaper. This isn't like an old story. Now, she's 42 now. She bought the eerie toy on eBay from Christian Hawksworth, whoever that is, who had initially picked it up at an antiques fair for just £3. The doll, named Norman. Why would you have a doll? So it's a boy doll, which is even creepier. So you've got a doll called Norman. Yeah, just so you know, Space Cat Vertex, I've known Vertex for years. He just comes in now and again. But he's a good dude. I like him. Right, hang on. I'm trying to make this bigger so you can read it yourselves. That's better. So she purchased this doll on eBay. And this person called Christian Hawksworth, why she's got a name, the person she bought from, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's not against data protection. It initially picked it up at an antiques fair for £3. The doll named Norman, and how would she know what the last person paid for it? Weird. The doll named Norman made headlines in 2023. Oh, I remember this now. Right. Do you remember this story when there was a doll? Well, somebody else has bought the same doll. There was a story a couple of years ago about a weird doll. So this person who we covered a couple of years ago sold it to this woman here. Wow. In 2023, Christian decided to put it up for sale after a string of bad luck. Let me just get to this. Let me see if we can go to the OG article. How are we all doing, by the way? Norman, what's going on here? Here we go. When's this from? When's the date? Was there a date? Yeah, July 2023. Right. My daughter's doll is possessed like Chucky. Now I'm riddled with bad luck. So this is the first person that bought it. In Sheffield, his 5-year-old daughter, Violet's doll. Why would you put it on eBay if it was haunted? What is wrong with these people? Fair enough, right? If you're going to put it on eBay, you'd put it, wouldn't you? Haunted doll. Do not give to children. Keep it as like a paranormal piece, you know, like lock it up in a cupboard or something. Hi, Cosmic War Toad. How you doing? Hello, Jimmy. How you doing, mate? I know it is. I might nip over soon and see if is there any streams. I might nip over on my other channel. So this dude, he stuck it on eBay. Now, that's not the doll. That's Chucky doll, obviously. He said it's possessed. This doll's possessed. So he stuck it on eBay, right? He said, really with bad luck, ever since a £3 doll arrived, including his appendix exploding. Now, come on, that could just happen. Normand, it says there, his 5-year-old daughter Violet has warned her dad that the doll named Normand, is it Normand or is it Norman? You know, can they just not spell on here? I don't know. No, it is Normand, apparently. On top of his medical emergency, he's been shot. What? He's been shot in England. His car brakes fail. His salary severely reduced, leaving him sure it is all down to this Normand person, right? So let's just go back into this current story from today. All right, so she's ended up with this doll. That's the wrong one. We go back. Go back. Sake, man. Oh my God. I swear to God, all of these ads really pee me off. Let's try again. Right. So there's the doll. Look. That's the doll. That is one creepy looking doll, man. What's all this? How do I get rid of all this shit? Why won't it just bugger off? I'm going to refresh the page. Because we're talking about dolls, we're now getting adverts for dolls. Look. Why is there only half a page? Oh, because of this nonsense here. Oh my God. Right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so he sold it to this woman. Now, despite hearing these horror stories, Mom of 3, Candice, was intrigued and bought the doll. So let me just see up here. So he had lots of bad luck. Okay. Now, he bought it for £3. He sold it for 200 quid and said it was a haunted doll. Right. Let's get this straight. If you see a doll on the internet and it's a haunted doll, do you give it to your 3-year-old? You don't, do you? So despite hearing these stories, Mom of 3, Candice, was intrigued and purchased the doll. That's another article there. Let me just see if this goes to one. Right, so this was actually a story as well. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I hate these ads. They are really, really pissing me off now. It has blonde hair and wears a striped blue shirt. Let me know in the comments. Would you buy this doll? I wouldn't, but if I was going to buy it for, like, you know, because it's a haunted piece, I would have it in something blessed with a Bible in there, a bit of holy water, in a case, kept somewhere away from my house. Right? Just saying. I would not give it to my child. She paid 200 quid. Candice is also she's a paranormal investigator, which is quite concerning when one's not long died from being around Annabelle the doll. She hails from Falmouth, and she collects haunted dolls and other possessed items. Hopes to one day open her very own museum of paranormal possession. She sounds a bit like that Ed and Lorraine, doesn't she, with their museum? Here she is. Oh my God, guys. Who thinks that doll looks haunted? I'm actually... What is wrong with people? Hello, Hoppers. What is wrong with people? Look at that. Oh, there you go. Oh my God. Why won't it go to the next? I don't want to see the ad. Oh, there's a husband, Nick. He looks like a dad. No offense, but he looks really old compared to her. No offense, love. I'm sure you can. Sure, there's some, you know, whatever reason you married someone who looks like could be dad. However, ever since now, she's calling him Norman. They called him Normand before. Does that mean because they've just spelt the name wrong or what? I don't know. So she claims that her life has taken a bizarre turn. Let's just get this straight, right? You buy a haunted doll because you think it's intriguing. Her words, not mine. She thinks it's intriguing, and then she moans when weird stuff happens. Why? So she said, as soon as I opened the box, the room went freezing cold and a heavy depression filled the air. I knew then there was definitely something attached to this doll. I've worked with Normand, so Normand must have been a typo, a few times, but that same feeling comes washing over me. It fills my bones with dread. It didn't feel right from the beginning to keep him in the house, so I put him in a glass box. I've just said that, haven't I? Oh my God. I put him in a glass box with some holy water. What did I just say? Apart from the Bible as well. Stick a Bible in the box. Wow. Any more? Oh yeah. She keeps the doll in a small outhouse. I've just said that as well, not in the house. In the garden, so it doesn't stay in the house. It's kept at a distance. However, she feels that he has found a way to affect them. Candice added, my health hasn't always been great, but it was under control. Since getting him, it's much worse. I have arthritis, headaches, and random bruises that come up for no reason. I've got a scratch on my back that looks like deep claw marks. My partner, Nick, he needs a hip replacement. I'm not surprised he looks about 80, to be fair. And that has taken a turn for the worse. It just feels like never-ending bad luck. Why is there a man with lipstick on? I don't know if it's a result of this demonic doll. So there she is with Norman. Oh my God, look at all these free. Oh my God, there's a clown one. Look. Why is it so small? I swear to God. Pissing me off. Look at that one there, look. Oh my God. Is that scratches on her arm? Was it just a hair? So just you know, FYI, love, right? If you're going to go looking and buy spooky dolls that somebody is selling and is advertised as a spooky doll that ruined their life, maybe don't buy said spooky doll and then come complaining to the mirror. Or could it be the mirror's paid you? What are people saying here? Is a 1989's doll antique? I suppose it is to someone, isn't it? I remember when Al reminded me the other day. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Verta? Someone, so my best friend, before I had Jack years ago, when Jack was born, she bought Jack a weird doll. Why she bought him a doll, I don't know, because he was a boy, because she wanted me to have a girl so bad and didn't. I had a boy. She bought him this really, it wasn't a doll, was it? It was like a bear that could talk. Do you remember? It was freaky. Anyway, we threw it away. Yeah, that's just bizarre. Anyway, we've got time for a couple more. How long have I been on that? Oh, no, well, I don't want to be on for much longer. I want to keep this short because I've got stuff to do. Oh, right, we've got another spooky one here. She's going to let me open it. Is it Sun Club? Right, this is weird. This has got a video as well. So I'm probably going to get a bit scared now. Guys, don't have nightmares, all right? Don't get scared. You know, we're just reading articles. We're just watching videos. I'm absolutely shattered and George wants a second walk. It's getting earlier again. Right, so this story here, this came out last week. Family shares terrifying videos of paranormal activity tormenting them, including a crucifix spinning on the wall. Hi Sparks, is that you from my other channel? How you doing? Was it a Friday? No, it wasn't. I was just checking if we've missed a Friday the 13th. Apparently not. Free speech, how you doing, darling? We need to talk, don't we? Okay, so this a video here. All right, Georgie, ask Daddy to take you for wee, Daddy. So this woman here, before we watch the video, let's get a little bit of background on this. So a terrified couple has shared frightening footage of a mysterious abnormalities. Get this a bit bigger so you can read it better. around their house. The Pennsylvania pair, and Pennsylvania is where that the Gettysburg is, and where that guy's just deceased. The paranormal investigator with the Annabelle doll. That's there as well. Documented that they claim to be paranormal. There's claimed to be paranormal activity disrupting their house. So here they are there. Lovely looking pair. Why would you have the date that the year that you were born tattooed across just underneath your knee? I mean, that's the most bizarre tattoo I've ever seen. Yeah, stop overthinking it, Penny. It'll just make your head hurt. Okay, so forget that. Forget them. This is just weird, okay? So, again, this could be people faking it for attention, for money, or whatever. But let's just take this at face value that these people are telling the truth, all right? So, they claim that they're using their TikTok to show their 158,000 followers their haunted house. The couple has showcased multiple clips of furniture moving, breaking, and even spinning as evidence. We're not going to let this thing ruin our lives, they said. We're going to continue to try and do anything we can to stop it. So let's watch the video. Let's see what we think, because our eagle-eyed viewers, we will sniff out if this is fake, because we're all over that shit. Come on then. Come on then, play. Oh my God, the laptop's haunted. It's not playing. It's not working. What's going on? Couldn't make this shit up, could you really? Yeah, TikTok. It's not even playing. I don't know why. Why isn't it playing? Let me do a refresh. Where's the refresh button gone? Let me just shut this off and open it again. Hold on. Georgie, what are you eating? It's not opening. Why isn't it opening? What the hell? It's not letting me watch the video. Oh my God, it's haunted. Do me a favour, guys. I'm going to just drop this link in. Let me know. Can anybody else play this? I was born on... Oh my God, really, Mr. Steve? How many tats you got? Do you know what? I don't know at this point. The last Friday the 13th occurred October 2023. Next one will be... Oh shit, I missed that. Was it February? One day... One day we can chat about... That's George playing with his toys. Daddy. Hear him. You're playing with your toys. Which helps you develop deeper insight. I do have clairvoyance, but I don't know how to use it. Just saying. Right, did I put the link in? Can anybody else? Open that? Why wouldn't it play? Let me try and make it a lot smaller. I want to watch this video now. George. Guys, the video... That must sound really funny. Tried and failed. Yeah, it's not working. Let me just see if there's any other links. Hold on. Right, what is it? Paranormal. What are they called, these people? I'm going to Google it now. Pennsylvania. I know you want to go for walkies. You're really early. Haunted house. It's actually annoying me now because I want to watch it now. Right. George. Daddy. Right, let me have a look for some videos. Right, is this it? Right, I think I found it. Right. New York Post have got it. Let me just share this with myself and we'll get it up. It's coming, guys. It's coming. It's coming. Daddy, hang on. Go to Daddy and ask him. I think George needs a wee, Daddy. He's now attacking my laptop. Daddy. Go to Daddy. Daddy, take you for a wee. Sorry about this, guys. Hi, Mocha. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. Right. Right, I've got it now. It's from 2 years ago. Will you take George out for the wee, please, Daddy? Because he keeps on playing with squeaky toys and tapping my laptop. Right, this is the same people. Yeah, it's them because it's the same name. Magical Poltergeist. This is in the New York Post from 2 years ago. A wee. What's going on? Why won't it let me?
Laying on the floor too. Oh, what the baby? The door just closed in our bedroom. Baby, come home now. The door just closed. Baby. Baby, it's not opening. Baby,
help!
home from work now.
Sorry. Did you see that? Did you see that? Have a look over here. I shouldn't laugh because what if this is real? But look, a big rolled up turd over there. Have a look over here. Right. And let's just see if she knocks anything. Hold on. I'm going to put this back to the beginning because I wasn't ready. So what's she supposed to be doing? Just opening the curtains?
Stuff laying on the floor too. Oh, what the baby? The door just closed in our bedroom.
Oh, George!
Baby, come home now. The door just closed.
Oh, she gets the rolled up thing. Daddy. Go to Daddy. Go to Daddy. We'll take you for a wee, okay? Take you for a walk in a minute.
Baby, it's not opening. What the?
Oh, come on.
Baby, come home from work now.
Did you just hang on a minute? Did you just see how easily she opened that door? Then it was as though she knew the door was open. Did you see that? She literally, right? She just swung it open like she knew it was going to open. There's different clips. George really wants to go to the loo. We're going to watch some more now. Hold on, I'm just putting my hoodie on because I've got to get ready to take him. You can have a wee in the garden. You do poo on walkies. Okay, so he's tried playing with his toys to get my attention. He's tried hitting my laptop. Next, he'll come and take my phone. Just wants my attention. If you need a wee, go to Daddy. He'll take you outside. Yeah. Gizmo's snoring his head off. Right, hold on. I'm going to take you soon, all right? Finish this stream and we'll go for walks. I can't help it. Let's watch some more. It's funny though, isn't it? Yeah, can you imagine though if we all left our cameras on? And probably all got paranormal stuff going on we just don't even know about. All right, I'll take you soon, okay? Right, let's watch some more. Right, so this is let me put it on full as well. So you, why is it doing that? Oh, I don't fucking know. Right, let's go back. Gizmo snoring. Okay, so that was a different day, I think. Oh, hang on a minute. The 24th of August. What was the date on this one? The 13th. Right, that was the 13th of September. So that was after this one. So now she's asleep on the sofa. Let's just scan the room. Ready? Okay, so we've got Nothing on the wall here. Looks like there was something on the wall. We've got stuff thrown around, slippers. What is going on? Why is it doing that? Oh, sugar. Hang on. Sorry. I'm back. Right, so just get a base reading of a quick look at what's going on in this room. Here we go. So that was just a bit of dust. Okay, so the camera's tracking, it's following. Did you see that? So the camera's just tracked that. It looked like a bit of dust to me. Where's it gone? Where's that bit of dust gone? There you go. That was dust. Okay. Right. Okay. What? 22nd of August. Oh. What's this here? Is this like a light, the change in colour? I wonder if that light is linked to the chair. Right, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. See this fan? The fan's going and could it be pulling the chair? Watch this fan here. I just think it's a bit dodgy. You've got other things going. You've got that light. Oh, fuck off. Sorry. I swear when I see something that shocks me. Sorry. What? If this is real, this is really creepy. But the way the camera moves is mad. What's that? Is that a light flashing there? Oh, the bin's moved. Anybody else see that there? What else have we got going on? Like, if that was real, which I'm mostly thinking it's not, but you never know, right? Wouldn't the poltergeist do something a little bit more interesting than move a bin around and move a chair? Okay, we're all waiting to see what happens. Oh my God, the fridge. I was going to say we're all waiting to see what happens next, and then the fridge opens. What else? The fridge again? No, fridges don't open. Like, that was some force on that fridge. Wow. That's some force. So we can't see. There's someone at the side of the fridge there. Oh, it's off again. What's this little light flashing for as well? What's that about? Oh. Oh. Orb. Wow, someone does not like that fridge. Oh, they're just lights. Okay, they're the weird lights. Okay. Oh, the chair's off again. We're off with the chair. Okay, anything else? Oh, the table's off. The table started off in this room. It's ended up down there in that room. I think the table's going to come back now. Duddy, I can't. George, he's going to turn my laptop off. George, let's just watch this video, okay? Did you guys just notice that then? Like, what looked like an orb here? Just watch. Watch here. There. It could just be dust, though. Some of this could be real, you know, we don't know. I personally don't think all of it is, but can you take George out the front for a wee, please? He keeps hitting me. Well, hitting my laptop. That table's literally... What's that noise? What's that? Oh, fuck off. Sorry. You guys know I swear when I'm a bit scared or shocked. Did you just see that? He keeps tapping me. I think he needs to go for a wee out the front.
No.
Just open the front door. Go with Daddy. Okay, so now we've got them in bed, right? Who has a camera in bed? Who has their baby grows in the window? Go with Daddy. He's just sat there. How are we getting on here, folks? I don't mean to swear. I don't mean to swear. Hi, Rach. He's coming. He's coming. Go for a wee wee. Right. I need to relook at this room again. I need to just assess this room a sec. See where everything is. What's that there? Anybody else see that line there? Right. I need to take a screenshot of this. I can work out how to do it because I'm not very good at this. I never use this laptop apart from shit. Right. I'm sure that's a wire there, folks. Watch. Hang on. Right. Stop. Can you guys see this? Let me just zoom in on my phone. Right, hold on. I'm just doing a quick screenshot on my phone and then I'm going to... Did he go? Did he have a wee-wee? Did he have a wee-wee? Good boy. How'd you know? Are you sure? Because he's back to me again now. Right, hold on. I'm going to just share this. This is uber suspicious. I'm just enhancing it. Hold on a sec. Right, let's... Right. Images incoming. Did you have a wee-wee? Good boy. Right. Right, just let me just take that off a sec, right? I'm just going to take this off the page just for 1 sec, all right? Why has it done that? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, this is the screenshot. Let me know what you all think. All right, this is it zoomed in. Yeah, look. There you go. What's that supposed to be? So let's just remember, I don't know what's going to happen. I've not watched this video in full, so I don't know what's going to happen. This is the longer version. If anything happens to this chair, then we need to be suspicious, okay? So you guys all see that, yeah? Let's go back to the video. Okay, so all I've done is screenshot that. Is there any more suspicious? I can't tell. Here we go. That is definitely a wire. Right, the TV's come on. if you're asleep and the TV comes on, would that not wake you up? Oh, was that just a bit of dust? Oh. Can nobody see, like, can you guys see the wire, yeah? This could be real, you know? Oh, come on! No, that was not real. Did you see that? Let me just rewind that a little bit. There's curtains. Watch the curtains. I reckon that wire is connected. Did you see? The wire's gone. Look, watch. That wire there, down here, someone's pulling that wire, and that wire must go all the way to the curtain, because watch, when it's pulled, that line disappears. Watch that again. Okay, keep watching where the wire was. Gone. Did you see that? Wire gone.
The house smells disgusting. Yeah, I'll open the door. I don't know if that's going to do much, though.
Where's that come from? It wasn't there before. That crucifix. There was nothing there. That's been put there as a prop.
You need to get home and, like, air, like, do something in here. Did you take the trash out?
Oh, come on.
What the baby? The lights are flickering now, dude.
Did you see that? I'm gonna watch that again. That was so funny. That cross wasn't there before. That wasn't there before. It's a prop been put there. And she just so happens to sit underneath the light and the crucifix. What's up with this as well? Like a piece of string, pictures up on the wall. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'll open the door. I don't know if that's going to do much, though.
Why shut that door too? That was a sign of something.
Open. I don't know. I need a fan or something. You need to get home and, like, air, like, do something in here. Did you take
Bad
the trash
acting.
out? What the baby? The lights are flickering now, dude.
Guys, I'm gonna put the link to that. Where's the link? If you want to go and watch it. That was funny. George, she's tapping me again. Right, I'm gonna have to end. I was gonna end it after an hour anyway. Georgie, he's just attacked my laptop. Right, okay. I'm sorry, but that was very funny. That was funny. You gotta laugh. It's the way she was flicking her hair while she was sat there as well. Spark Swain, you're on my. Hang on, let me just check. You're the account that's on my new channel, aren't you? You're a member, aren't you? Yeah, this is my paranormal. Not just paranormal. I cover anything that's just weird. I'll tell you what. Before we go quickly, I've got one more. I've gone a little bit longer. I thought so. I've got one more. We like to do comical ones at the end. You see. You know, like silly stuff. Low battery. Oh no, I didn't plug my. Oh no, my laptop's about to die. Oh God. I was going to give you a funny one at the end, but I forgot to plug it in, didn't I? Like a moron. George still tapping me. Did he definitely have a wee-wee? Thank you. Right. Right, don't do that. I'm talking to myself now. Right, I've got this funny, well, I say funny, just silly and bizarre story. Well, it's not funny because her husband's deceased, but then it is funny in a way because she says that she's had. Good night, Lee. She says that she's had a threesome. Okay, so she's bi. Okay, nothing wrong with that. She's bi, and she said she's had a threesome with a woman and her dead husband's ghost. Now, it's not funny that she hasn't got a husband, but apparently he finally got his happy ending. So this dude, don't think that's him. Don't know what this is now. So it's a UK as well. These are UK people. So it's not good that her husband was obviously not very well, but apparently he's passed away and he's finally got what he wanted. Oh my God, there she is. A UK widow brought new meaning to being with someone in spirit after allegedly having a threesome with a woman and the ghost of her dead husband. I don't believe in a literal afterlife, she says, but I felt this presence as we had SEX. She told Jam Press while describing her alleged post-mortem menage a trois. Now, this is hi Larry of Arc. Now, this is in the New York Post, which is what I thought was an American, but no, apparently she's in the UK. What a charmer. She was always a little hesitant introducing a third person into what was a deeply loving and fulfilling relationship. But as a one-off for a special occasion, I felt like it could be fun and memorable for both of us. How would she know he was going to join in? She's apparently from Manchester and she identifies as bisexual. She claimed her husband, Andy, had dreamt about having a threesome, something she had secretly fantasised about as well. I used to joke that I'd treat him to it for his 60th birthday. Now it was queer as folk, guys, literally. However, it wasn't until her hubby's untimely death from the CV in 2020 that she was able to make this dream come true by linking up with a woman who had the hots for her late hubby. So the woman fancied her now deceased. This is really weird. They reportedly made whoopee in Andy's honour and claimed that his spirit was there like a salacious version of the supernatural romance flick Ghost. The Brit claimed they'd nearly had a third-party fling whilst he was alive with an American couple, but they never got round to it. And she decided to do it, and his ghost was present. I'm just going. There she is now. Where's it? I don't know. It's really sad. It's really, 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 really sad. Okay. But to say that you are having a threesome with you, another woman, and a ghost. So during the romp, it says here that Wake said, that must be her name, she felt the Widowmaker's presence and said that he'd absolutely support her getting back in the sack with a woman. When they moved to the bedroom, the unnamed woman noticed Andy's picture and commented how beautiful it was, and now she would have happily slept with you both if he were alive today. I could almost hear him say, "You deserve joy, don't forget me." She now claims that she identifies as polyamorous. I don't know what that means anymore. I just don't know anymore with all this identity. Is that the one? Hang on, that's the one where you are you're married, but you sleep around. Is that right? And has multiple ongoing relationships. Although she hasn't specified if her late hubby has made a post-mortem cameo in any of her other flings. So there you go. I just think this is a bizarre one. I'm not quite sure how you can do that with a ghost. I don't know what people think of this. But there you go, a threesome with a ghost. You know, there's not as queer as folk, and there's some strange people out there. Hi, Stephen, how you doing? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but you've got to be with someone, which is a widow. Probably wore him home. Anyway, fucking hell, my head hurts. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's bizarre show. Yeah, bizarre, strange. I'm going to walk the dog now. I need some fresh air after this stream. Yeah. So, yeah, I think you're right there, Spark. I think she wants some just shag everything. Yeah, Nikki says. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's just been a little bit different. Like I said, I haven't done one of these for a while. When I do my draw in November, it's going to be a £10 gift card again for the memberships. Because so if you're in the $2.99 level, and Alan Edge is in it as well, because he did a super chat. I do a draw, we do a duck race. That'll be at the beginning of November. But for now, I'm going to say night, and I will be back soon. I don't know when. I'm going to go and see what's going on in Dublin now, and I'll probably stick some shorts up on my new channel. And there's a video coming. Oh my God, Smelly Man. He was out there again today and last night. But he doesn't speak to me anymore. But he does speak to my other friends. Got a dog. He always speaks to her. How you doing, darling? Without being Mardy. What do you mean by that? I know what Mardy means. You're not Mardy, are you? Right then. Yeah. So he started talking to me mate now and stroking her dog, and I'm like, what the bloody hell? Why would you let him touch your dog? I don't let him go near my George. But yeah, there's a video. I need to do a video on the other channel because we've had another. Well, I'll explain to you over there. Anyway, guys, again, let me know if there's any films you want me to review. Like I've just watched The Conjuring. I tell you, the best film I've watched this year, I'll give you a little snippet now, is The Weapons, or just Weapons. Oh, I know what it means, but you're not mad, are you, darling? Weapons. I'm going to review that because that is I loved that film. I watched it on the cinema. I never go to cinema. And I went to the cinema to watch it. So I'm trying to get back into my horror films at cinema because I love going and watch horror on cinema. Only good films, though. It's going to be a really good film. Anyway, so if you haven't seen Weapons, keep a lookout. I'm going to do a review. I'm going to do a review of The Conjuring Last Rite. And then we'll also do some classics as well. Okay, Georgie, you want to go walkies? Yeah, okay. Right then, guys, take care. Thank you very much, Space Cat. Have you seen it as well? It's a really good film. Very original. I like original and different, and it's very original in the very, very crowded genre that is horror. Okay, guys, take care. Good night. Take care. And hit the like button if you don't mind, or the dislike if you don't like the content. George is here again. It's coming to